Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Small Things Like These. No idea anything about this movie at all. I got my Tuesday Fandango at Home email. If you are a movie lover and you wait for things streaming, it doesn't matter. This is probably the best way to find out about these kinds of movies, for me anyway. That's how I get to. I get Fandango. That comes out on Tuesday. Fandango, I think the other one comes out on Friday. It's in theaters, and then at the bottom it even shows you more streaming stuff. So I do have to get to the theater more. I'm ashamed, but I'm a busy man, so I don't get to do that. But this one, what attracted me to it was Cillian Murphy is in it. So it is a 7.2 on IMDb, 5,490 people rated so far. Didn't hear about it until today. In 1985. A devoted father, Bill Furlong, discovers disturbing secrets kept by the local convent and uncovers shocking truths of his own. I don't know. Doesn't tell me much. I know he's in it. And then I saw, this is funny, Emily Watson. And I mixed her up with Emma Watson. Right? That's her name? I thought that's who it was. I was like, ooh, and it has her from Harry Potter. But no, this is Emily Watson, so not the same girl. And that's it. It seems like it might be an Irish film. Now that I look at all the names, that could be why I've never heard it before. Let me scroll here and see if I can get you an answer. Really slow. Country of origin, Ireland, Belgium, United States. So, okay, but it's spoken in English. So, let's see. Let's get to it, see what it's about. And I think it's like an hour. Oh, let me check. Let me check again. I don't think it's quite that long. We'll see. Alright, let me get into it. See what it's about. An hour and 38 minutes long. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of Small Things Like These. And really quick, I just saw executive producer Ben Affleck. So he was a part of this as well. Some form or fashion, right? This was not for me. Started off okay. The ending was so abrupt to me that I was actually looking at my phone, which tells you a lot. I actually had my phone charging, and I reached for it, I want to say, 5 times, and then I realized it's got to charge, and so it kept me from doing it. But, I mean, like if you were to watch that little tick movement, you would know that I was not as interested in the film. I was more interested in getting on my phone. So that's not great. Very slow moving, I think. Not a lot happens. And so much that there are scenes, multiple scenes, the camera work is slow. I know it's for effect or for impact. I get that. But it was just like, come on. Like, and I'm going to have to go into it a little bit deeper. I will not tell you the ending of the movie, but I have to talk a little bit openly, or a little more openly about it, because I don't want to continue to stumble. You guys know, if you've seen my reviews before, when it's hard to talk about a film without, giving more away, they're not worth it, right? It's a waste of both of our times. So, I'm just going to say, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Again, I'm not going to ruin the film, but I want to talk a little bit more openly. It's not a mystery or anything like that. But anyway, Cillian Murphy in Ireland, right? He owns his own like coal and fuel type delivery service. I think whatever. He owns this company that gives fuel to all these places, which is great. He's got a big family. Seems like maybe 3 to 5 kids. I think they're all girls, no boys, and his wife. And they have a modest living, you know what I mean? And so it's getting close to Christmas, and that's kind of why I say that. And so another Christmas movie, not that I was expecting it, so if you're looking for your next Christmas movie, I don't think this should be it. So anyway, he goes about his business being, the business owner, and a nice guy, very quiet, very soft-spoken, doesn't have a lot of dialogue, but he stumbles upon, he watches and he sees stuff going on. He stumbles upon a young girl who is in one of like the coal bins or something like that. And so he goes, even before that, I'm sorry, he goes in to invoice this convent, to go to the sisters and be like, hey, I brought you all your coal, give me my money. He goes in without ringing, and this girl comes up and runs up to him, please get me out of here, take me across the river, that kind of thing, right? And so he's taken back by all of that. Of course, they shoo him out really quick, And then later on, he finds that same girl in a coal bin. She doesn't say anything this time. Anything or anything. But you can tell she's upset. She's for some reason in a coal bin instead of in a convent. Where they do schooling. Like his kids are going to go there to be educated. But also young girls get sent there. You could see like mothers forcing them into the convent. And we also get flashbacks to him as a boy, which I didn't pick up on first. I didn't realize it was a flashback. I thought it was part of the present day story. It's not. If you see the little boy, that's him as a child, showing how his mother brought him up and brought him, raised him, that kind of thing. His upbringing. So it ties in pretty good to what's going on, what he's seeing with this convent, this young girl being forced into there, something like that. So he's got that, right? And then, the slow-moving movie moves on. He goes to what seems to be like a party at a bar for his employees, which is nice, and he's paying the bill. And the lady says, hey, I heard something happened, you found this girl in the coal bin. That's not what she says, but it insinuates that. And that, it'll look poorly on you. People can make things real hard in this community if you speak up against this convent kind of stuff, right? So that's your plot line. And that's it. I mean, you don't have to watch an hour and 30 minutes, but that's really it. So again, speaking openly, now that I can, I'm thinking to myself, what is going on there, right? Okay, so a girl doesn't want to be there, so on and so forth. And again, since we're being open with each other, I think the thing is, like, girls are sent there, to reform, and usually they're pregnant, and then they take care of them while they're pregnant, and then give the baby away. So that's the whole movie in a nutshell, and I think this girl didn't want to be in there, didn't want that to happen. And the only reason I know this, the only reason I came to all this, and I told you I'm not going to ruin the ending, but the words at the end of the movie, not the actual movie. It just comes up and says a little blurb at the end, and it's like, oh, okay. So, there you go. It's really, like, I don't know, I was like not piecing it together. I was waiting for the big drop at the end to be like, bam, this is what's going down, and this is what's involved, and blah, 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 blah. It didn't, there was no boom, there was no dropping, no other shoe fell or whatever. I don't know. So, there you have it. I'm surprised the ratings are high, but I think, a lot of foreign films that are filmed in other countries, that's what foreign films mean, in case you didn't know. I'm sorry about that. But I think the people there really like it and post it. And I think he was great, and I think the people in it were great. And people who put these things together, I like the grittiness of it. He's like a coal miner in a sense, so it's gritty. It's 1985. The truck he drives, the weather, all that kind of visual stuff that goes into it was great. Not that I've ever been to Ireland, but it gives you that sense of that's what Ireland's like, and that's what it was like in '85. And big family, small home, all of that really pops, and you get it all, right? You feel, sometimes you watch movies and you don't even get the setting. It's like, they're faking it, whatever. This one, you get sucked in on that part of it. It was just not so much the plot line, but the pacing, I guess, of it. And then, not really completely understanding. It could have been a cultural thing, and maybe people who are from Ireland, understand this type of issue quicker than somebody like me who's just naive, I guess. I don't know. So, whereas, there's other movies that I pick up on, like, maybe like a mob movie. I would be, okay, that guy's in the, he's a gangster. You know what I mean? I get it. Whereas maybe somebody from Africa, or I'm just throwing out countries now, would not pick that up really quickly and be at the same conclusion I am. Like, what was going on there? So I don't know. But yeah, that didn't hit for me. Not everything has to. And that's it. That's all I got. I don't want to keep rambling on here. I think I've given you enough information, and this might still interest you. But now you have a better idea of really what the movie's about, and you can make your own decision. Hopefully, I'm at a 4 or 5. I hate to go down to a 4, but I think I will stay at a 5 again because of the cinematography, I guess, or the visual aspects of this film, along with the acting, I thought was good. So it's not like a poorly done film. It's just one that doesn't intrigue me. Alright, there you go. That's all I got. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.